SOCTimaeuSS with the double S. Finally, I've got my own code now. Hey everyone, TimaeuSS and welcome to another sort of Convallaria videos. Yes, that's right. I've got my own code alongside all of these content creators and the special codes for you guys to redeem. Now this is going to be just a huge thank you to you guys because yeah, without all of you viewers, it's not possible for my videos to do this well. So thank you, truly. And I've got all of the launch codes here. Just go into your game and I'll show you guys how to redeem it. It's decent resources, okay, free real estate, as I say. So here you go, going to your home page, click on this menu button and then go into the settings, and right there you can see redeem code, and you can just enter all of these codes, which range from upgraded materials in terms of levels, weapons, taros, and now my own unique code as well. And I think the 20k Discord one also gives you some premium currency, so make sure that you enter them. But like always, thank you so much guys for making this happen, as well as the developers of this game. So I've been enjoying sort of Convallaria quite a bit. As you can see, this is like, for those of you that have been with me for 4 or 5 years, this is like the old days when I basically made the spreadsheet for the community for Princess Connect. So anyhow, I won't digress too much and reminisce about the past, but let's talk about some of the updated stuff we have covered now in this spreadsheet. So this is my CN Taiwan veteran info sheet, where I go through some of the information that's out there, because again, all of these have been posted by veterans from the other servers. I just had to translate and go over and cross-match all of the different sources, because the game has been out on the Asian side for about 8, I want to say, months, if not more. So they've all of these tested builds and everything, so I'll just talk about some of these, especially now that we've got the banner update and skill tree, and along with some of the questions you have already asked. So going over these skills, when I say both, it means that it's very important for you to grab both and unlock it with the Castelia resources, okay, versus left greater than right, which means grab the left one first, and then if you are going for the right one, you can come back and get it, but it's not as high priority in comparison to the category that says both. So that's something that people they're not aware of. And also, when I say left or right, that means either or just works. It's based on your personal choices, and you can just go over whatever information is available based on the skill kit, okay? There's not going to be a huge contention in versus something that has a very, very clear-cut choice, or something that says both. And also, don't worry too much, because I am sure you have seen some of the other guide makers and other information out there that may disagree with this list. And like I've said, this is from the CN veterans, the Taiwanese veterans, and I'm just translating, providing you guys with this, but you can always make your own choices, all right? And the keynote here is that if it's a skill that is very, very important, okay, that means that it's one of the key defining skills. For example, unit like Gloria, which says both in rank 3, you can equip both skills. As you'll be able to see in game, and I'll just actually show you guys right here in game so you can see. But the point is that these highly impactful skills on the spreadsheet, where there's pretty much no room for discussion, that will always be in line with other resources available, because it's so important. And you can see that in Gloria rank 3, right, we grab both here, which is the Brilliance and the Lance of Longinus, and we are able to equip both. Just mix and match. You can see Brilliance is here and Longinus is here. Just make sure that you can equip, mix and match, but these would be kind of key in the beginning, okay, especially for a unit like Gloria. So for these key ones, don't worry, you won't get around, because all of the resources will be in agreement with each other. So yeah, go off the guide or some other guides or your own personal choices, that's okay. Just make sure that if multiple guides agree on the same skill, that means that is a very, very important skill. I'll also have a loadout page eventually, where here I've had it for Gloria, but I haven't done in a deeper dive into the other choices. But you can see that what loadouts are going to be very important for certain characters, because you can only have up to 5, right? Basic attack will be obviously taking 1 slot. So you can see for Gloria, Basic attack, damage reduction, or counter, depending on how you build her. You want her to do a bit more damage or tank a bit more. And then you see Lance of Longinus, the Brilliance are going to be there, and then Vow of Justice. And you can swap in utility like the Thrust as needed. So I'll have loadouts so that, you know, it doesn't matter for some of the skill choices you see because they're not even part of the loadout. So don't worry too much about that. And that's all I'll say about the skill tree choices for this guy. Now, in terms of the future banner, we did have a reveal this morning, or actually it's been a day, for the next dual banner, which is Nungo and Garcia. Now this was someone shared an image. I believe the person's called Shady, who received it from someone else on the Discord. So thanks to them, where the early access server did show this character, this banner, before it got switched to Lilywell and Axelo, right? And I couldn't get the end date because it's the person who has the original source, I guess, didn't take a look at the end date of this banner. But if it is going to be Ida and followed by Lilywell, then we can pretty much be certain that the early access server information is going to be 100% correct, and that we will be getting dual banners, 2 dual banners, alongside a 2 weekly debut single character banner schedule. And I've put out the list of future units, but we really need to see if it is Simona after Ida, because that will basically say that they are going to skip debut banners for characters that are already in game. Because again, for the Taiwanese schedule, you can see that we got Nonowell, Lily, like all of these characters that were not in game at launch for the Taiwanese server. But for us, we have all of them, and then we're just getting Ida, and then we don't even have Momo and Alex, right? I mean, we do have Momo and Axel, so it should be Simona. But yeah, we'll need to see, and I'll update this as we get more information. But I hope the early access server is right, so I can give you guys at least 1, if not 2 banners ahead of schedule for you guys to plan things. Now, the sheet has also been updated with information for the exclusive Taro. If you haven't seen all of these explanation videos, you can check them out. But basically, 4th slot Taros will have their own exclusive effect that most of the time doubles their Taro skills essentially, and making it really strong. So you always want to unlock that if you can, and I talk about in the video how to unlock it alongside the Taro choices for some of the characters. Now what I'm currently working on is the weapons and trinket section. Okay, you can see that there's some loadouts, and this is a work in progress, so it's not done. All of these subsections, none of it is done until I upload the YouTube video going over it. Okay, so just wait for me, but I'll update these so you can see what weapons and trinkets you should be building. But for free-to-play players, you don't have to worry about this so much right now because of the fact that you're not going to get a lot of legendary or rainbow-colored weapons. So don't worry about that. Now, stamina optimization, I did talk about it. So pre-level 40, you should be farming, essentially going through the voyage, the quest line that gives you a lot of rewards along the way. Okay, just follow that, and then any extra, spend it. I'll just make the extra should be spent on talent mat farming. Okay, this is super important, and I'll have a talent guide coming up later. Is basically pre 40, 45, or even like 50 in some of the scene stuff. They have talked about that you should be spending it on the talent mat farming because it's very important that you upgrade your talent, and you should focus on some of the subcategories which I was talking about in that video. And then this is not final, just kind of a placeholder for future stuff like Ida, what the tier is, the skill choices. I'll update that, and each character will have their should I pull series as well. And then talent priorities, yeah, stuff with indication, it's a work in progress basically. I'll just remove this, and it has a very simple information where it's priorities on Watcher, Seeker, then Destroyer, and then that's over Breaker or Defender. But again, depends on your team composition. Okay, so don't worry too much, because the Voyage missions actually requires to keep them upgraded to a certain level, so you should be following that alongside everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys an update on how the I guess Google sheet or the guide sheet is going, and we've got 3 guilds now. I would look into expanding into a 4th one or 5th one. It does cost premium currency, or not premium but gems, to expand and create a guild for some reason. So far I mean, we know that the guild versus guild will be coming in the future, but so far there isn't, you know, anything other than the reputation point which you can use to exchange for some nice rewards. But other than that, just join the Discord. We are very, very active over there, so check them out. And thank you guys again for your support. And I'll release more, guys, and update the spreadsheet as we go. But yes, for now, we can finally put our name down here as the next code. So yeah, if you stuck around till the end of this video, again, I really appreciate this, and see you guys in the next one. Goodbye now.